Welcome back. So we're going to continue from where we stopped in the last video. As you can see, I still have the text we generated in the last video. And what we're going to be doing in this video is to save our document. So we've generated some text here, which has formed our document, and we're going to be saving this document right away. So you're going to learn how to save your document right now. So and I want you to follow the steps I'm going to be showing you. You're going to learn different ways by which you can save your document, so follow. So the first one I'm going to teach you is to learn how to save a new document. All right? So you're learning how to save for the first time. Don't forget that I taught you the details that you're going to find on your title bar. Can you see document 1, Word? I told you earlier that when you have document 1, it means this is the name of this document. And I told you that when you see document 1, this appears by default. All right? So it means I haven't saved this work. Or it could be that I saved it with this document 1. So it could be either ways. All right? So the word here means I am using Word application right now. So watch out for it, because I'm going to save this work now. I haven't saved this work. So I'm going to save it, and you see that this name is going to change. So this is the first time I'm going to save this document. And the way to do it is to go to File. Go to your File. I'm going back. Can you see your File menu? So when you click it, it's going to bring you the Backstage view. Okay? So right here, you're going to see some commands. But the one we want to consider in this video is the Save command. So because we are saving for the first time, we're going to use this Save. Okay? So you see Save As here. You could use this as well, but you're going to see the difference between these two later. All right? So, but right now I'm going to use Save. You can use any of these two if you are saving for the first time. All right? By the time comes that this first one will not work as expected, and the time comes that this second one will not work, the second one will not work as expected. So I'm going to use Save now. So when I click Save, as you can see, it's showing me the directories that I can save to right now. That is the location that I want to save the work. So it's showing me this PC. That do I want to save on this PC? It's telling me to add a place here under Save As. That is, what should I save this work as? As you can see, where should I save it? All right. So, and it's showing me a kind of history here, showing me the locations that I've saved work in the past. As you can see, desktop, this drive E is my flash drive. All right, this is a folder on the desktop, and this is the document folder. So I have saved some documents on all this. That's why it's showing me now that do I still want to save on any of this. So it's like a form of history for me. So if I want to save on any of this, it makes it very easy for me. I'll just click on it and I can go ahead to save my work. But what if it doesn't bring out any of this for you? Does it mean you can't save your work? No, that's why these ones are here. So the first one here, OneDrive, makes it possible for you to save your work on the cloud. That is, it makes it possible for you to save your work online. All right, many people today save their work on the cloud. All right, so that if anything happens to their system, they can still retrieve all their documents back. But you can only use this OneDrive if you're using a genuine Microsoft Office suite. If not, this will not be accessible to you. So you need to understand that. So because I'm using Microsoft Office suite that is genuine, that's why I have this option. All right. So if I select this, I can save right on the cloud. So, but before I can do that, I have to sign in with my account. That is my Microsoft account. So, but I'm not saving on OneDrive now. So the next one there is this PC. If I select it, it's showing me that history, okay, that I showed you the other time. So if I say add a place, so I can add a place where I want the document to be saved. Okay, so any of these I can select. So you can see you can add locations to make it easier to save Office documents to the cloud. So any of these I can add to this place. OneDrive has been added already. If I want to add this, I can also add that as well. So I'll have to sign in for that to be added there, so that anytime I want to save, I can just select it and it's just going to back it up there for me. Okay, so but I don't want to do this now. So this is where I'm going to. So for you to save on this system that is on your computer, you're going to use browse. So this browse will bring a dialog box called Save As dialog box, as you can see. So right here you can choose the location where you want to save your work. And I want you to come to this section. You see this PC right here. There's a button right beside it. Just click it and you can select any of the locations on the PC where you want to save your work. You can see 3D object, desktop, the documents, the downloads, the music, pictures, videos. This is the hard drive. Then this is this DVD-ROM. So you can choose any of these locations to save your work. Okay. So you can also come to this place, okay, and select whichever location you would want to use. So as you can see, all of them are here. Okay, so if I select desktop now, you see that it's going to change. So once I select desktop, everything on the desktop will show here. Okay, so I can now decide whether I want to save it directly on the desktop or I want to save on a folder inside the desktop. All right, so I have to decide that. So I can save directly right on the desktop, or I save inside one of the folders. So let's take, for example, this new folder. I can save here, or this USB disk. So if I double click this, it's going to open that folder for me, and as you can see, the name is here now. So the first level is showing me that, okay, I'm on desktop. Then now I have opened the USB disk folder. Okay, so it means if I save this work now, I'll be saving on this folder, but this folder is on the desktop. All right, so if you click this place, you know that this is the desktop that has been selected. Then the USB disk is inside this desk, desktop, sorry. So you need to understand that. So, but I want to save this work right on the desktop. Okay. So the next thing you're going to determine is the file name. What do you want to use to save this document? So let me use test to save the document. Okay. Then the next thing we need to consider is the type of document. That is, what type do you want to save it as? So as you can see this place, you have Word document. So all you need to do is just to click this drop down button, and you're going to have so many formats that you can save with. So we have several formats here. You can see Word document, Word macro enabled document. You can see Word 97 to 2003 document. This particular one, you know, this version of Microsoft Word is Microsoft Word 2016. But there are earlier versions of Microsoft Word, starting from Microsoft Word 97, and you have many of them. Microsoft Word 2000, Microsoft Word 2003, and the likes. We have Microsoft Word 2007. But why you are having this is very simple. From Microsoft Word 2007 above, it is, anytime you save it, you're going to have .docs, that is .docx. So if you save with Word document now, this is what you're going to have there, test.docs. This is what you're going to have as a format for this document. But if you save with this format and you have earlier version of Microsoft Word, this document will not open there. It will not be compatible with the older versions of Microsoft Word. So for it to work on the older version, it has to be .doc, something like this. So, and .doc will only work with this Word 97 to 2003. So this one has that extension called .doc. So if you're working on Microsoft Word 2016 and you know that that document will be opened on Microsoft Word 97, Microsoft Word 2000, and Microsoft Word 2003, then you will need to save with this in this format. All right, you need to save with this format. So you need to understand that. So, but right now I want to save with Word document because I know that I'm going to open this on the newer versions of Microsoft Word. So you need to understand that. Okay, so there are other formats there. You can save to PDF. So if you want to convert that document to a PDF document, all you need to do is just to select PDF here and save your work, and it's going to what's it called now, convert it to a PDF document. So that tells you that you can have a PDF document from your Word document. So it's not difficult at all. Okay, so let's start with the normal Word document. We're going to try each of them, and you're going to know how they work. So we're going to select the Word document first. I'm using file name to be text. Okay, so I'm going to save it now. So remember, I saved this work on the desktop directly. So let me save it now. So coming back to the document, it has been saved now. Coming back to the title bar, you're going to see that that document one has changed to test now, because I used test as the file name for this document now. So As you can see, that is what we have here. So that means I am on a document called test now. All right? So you need to understand that. I believe that's clear enough. So where do I now get this test now? That is the document that I've saved. Remember, I saved it on the desktop. Where is the desktop? So we're going to do something now shortly. I taught you how to make use of your minimize button, that if you want to minimize your window, you're going to use this minimize button. So just click it and you're going to come to your desktop environment. So this is where they call desktop. All right, this is your desktop environment. So as you can see, look at test now. This is the document I saved just now. Can you see it now on the desktop? So look at the USB disk that I was trying to select the other time, a folder on the desktop that I wanted to save this document in. So had it been I saved inside this folder, this document would have been here. So it means if I saved here, I would have opened here now to see that document. And we're still going to do that right away. So I'm going to close this. So let's go back to the document now. Did you see what I did? I came to the taskbar to select this word icon. Can you see that? So, and I'm going to bring it back. All right. So we are back here. Now the next thing we're going to do is to learn how to save to a different file name. So let's assume that I don't like the name I used in saving this document. I want to change the name to another name. Maybe I didn't save it correctly the other time, but I want to, use another file name that I'll be able to recognize easily. So what do I do now? Now I'll have to go to File, then that second option called Save As is what I'm going to use now. Okay? If I use Save, it's not going to make any difference. All right? As you can see, it's still the same. But if I go to File now and click Save As, you will notice that it has brought me to where that thing took me to in the first place. That means this is giving me an allowance now to save to a new file name. So the same thing I did the other time, I'm going to do this time around. I'm going to select Browse. And now it's going to bring out the Save As dialog box. And right here now, I'm going to select another location. So look at this place. You could also have all those locations here as well, apart from this place. All right. So if you want to come to this place, you can still come here to select whatever location you want to choose. All right. So you can choose any one you want. So if I choose library now, on the library, I can have my documents and all that. So there are some people, save their work on the documents, and the documents resides on the libraries. Okay. So you can always find the documents on the libraries. You see your music, you see your pictures, you see your camera roll there, you see saved pictures, videos, and the likes on the libraries. So if you come to this place, you can select your libraries, and you're going to find that there. So let's assume that I want to save to the documents. So I'm going to double click it to open it. So as you can see now, this library, first level, documents, which is inside the library. So I'm going to change this name now. So I'm doing two things now. I'm saving to a new location. So if you want to save to a new location, or you want to change the file name, you use Save As here. All right. So either ways, you use Save As to achieve that. So I'm doing two things together now. I'm saving to a new location, which is documents, and I'm changing the file name. But you don't have to change the file name if you're saving to a new location. You can save with the same name to different locations, as long as you don't have that same file name on the same location. Because if you have it on the, on the same location, your computer is going to complain that no, this file name is already existing. So it will now ask you, do you want to replace the existing one? So if you say yes, let's do it. So let's go back to to a desktop now. Can you see that? So I want to save now with this same name now. So let me click save now. Same location, same name. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Let's go back to save as. Browse. So if you look at it now, I saved the last one on desktop and I'm using the same name. And just because I'm still on the same document, sorry, I haven't closed that document. So it's just going to save it normally, as if, I've added something to it and I'm trying to save it again. All right. But if I close the document and I open another document, a new document, and I'm trying to use the same name to save that document, so it's going to reject it and tell me that, oh, a document is existing with this same name. Do you want to replace that one with this? I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's when that one will work. So I'm still going to show you later. By the time I open another document, I'm going to demonstrate that for you to be sure of what I'm saying, so that you don't say, oh, I can't see it, something like that. So let's move on. We're going to demonstrate the other one, that is saving to another location. Okay, so let's save to the documents now from the libraries. Double click on the documents. Then we're going to use the same name to save the work. Don't forget that because they're in different locations, it's going to save fine. So let's save it now. Still Word document. Okay. So I'm going to save it now. So I'm saving to documents. So as you can see, this is another document now. So if I minimize this now and go to look for it, so how do I bring it up? So one thing you need to know is that for you to locate your library, you will find it on the File Explorer. Okay, this very icon that you're seeing here is your File Explorer. Because I've opened one, that's why you're seeing. I'm going to close the one I've opened. So I'm just going to click here right away now. Can you see that? Your File Explorer. And this is going to come up. So I'm going to go to the library section. Can you see under the quick access here, it's even there already. So you see documents right away. So when you click the document, look at it, you see the document I saved. Can you see test now? So we now have the same documents inside the documents folder and on the desktop. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to move to the document now. So we're going to save now to another format. So we're going to use save as. We're going to come to browse. Okay. Or first and foremost, let's save to another name, another file name. The same document, but I want to change the file name. So all I need to do is to select, let's say I want to save it on the desktop. Okay, but I want to use another name. I want to use test1 now. Okay, but the same format, Word document. So I'll click save now. As you can see, you see test 1 now. So if I minimize this and I go to desktop to look for it, you see that it's already there, but it's same document. Okay, so if I close this now, document, I've closed the entire application, and I come to open this. If you want to open it, you double click it and it's going to come up. So if I minimize this and I go to open this one as well, all you need to do is to double click, or you right click on it and you click open. So either ways, it's either you double click it or you right click on it and click open. So you do one of the two. So I'm opening it right away. As you can see, look at test, look at the other one, test 1. You see that they are the same. It's only that their file name is different. So that's that. So the next thing I want to do is to save now with another format. Okay, so come to save as, come to browse. Now I'm going to use the same name, test 1, but this save as type, now I'm going to choose another format. And let's say I want to save to that Word 93 to 2003 document. So I'll select it, I'll save it on the desktop. Okay, still desktop. Okay, desktop. So I'm going to save it now with the same name. So if I minimize now, can you see now? So if you look at this icon now, you see that it's different from this. So this tells you that this is for older versions of Microsoft Word, and this is for the newer versions. So this .doc document, this .docs document. So you need to understand that. So this document now can open on any version of Microsoft Word. Do you now understand? But this one will not open on every version of Microsoft Word. This one will only open on the newer versions of Microsoft Word, that is from 2007 upwards. But this one will not open on, this one will not open on 97 to 2003, but this one can open on anyone. So you need to understand that. So that is another format. We're going to use another format now. Let's open the document. We're using the test document now. So let's go back to File, then Save As. Click Browse. Then we want to save to PDF now. So let's try PDF. I know that you'll be so much interested in it. So this is how some people generate PDF document. So select PDF. I'm sure you've done that. So we're still going to use the same name, but we're going to save it on the desktop. Okay, this PDF now. And we're moving on. We're using same file name and we're saving on the desktop. Look at the file type, PDF. So it's asking me, do I want the standard version, that is publishing online and printing? Any of these, it's either I want to publish online or I want to print it. So standard will always be better for you. Okay, but if you want minimum size, that is you want it to reduce the size of the file, you can use minimum size. So this would only be used online. So but it will be better you use standard if you know that you're going to print it, so that you can maintain the quality. So it's saying something that, do you want to open file after publishing? That is, you want it to open that file after publishing it. So and I think it will be better for you to select that option. If you select this option, it means after saving it, it will open that PDF file for you right away. If not, it will save it on the desktop and you will have to go to open it yourself. So if I uncheck this, it means after saving it, I'll have to go and open it myself to see the document. But if I select this, it means after saving it, it's going to bring up that PDF document. It's going to open it right away. Let's look at the other options here. So it's showing you the page range. Do you want all pages to be converted and all that? You are going to select that. It's asking you publish what? You want to publish the document. Okay, that's what you want. So all these things are properties for your PDF document. Do you understand? So if you want to encrypt this document with a password, you can go ahead and do that. That is, that PDF document is going to be encrypted such that nobody will be able to open it except you give them that password. So you can use the encrypt the document with the password option if you want to encrypt it. So, but we're not doing that. So I'm going to cancel this. So I'm going to save this as standard option. So I'm going to save right away and I'm going to wait for it. As you can see, it's loading now. So it's trying to open the converted document now, the PDF document. It's loading it. On your own, you might have it open on your PDF application. But because on this system, there's no PDF application here, it's opening on the Microsoft Edge, because Microsoft Edge can open your PDF documents. So, but if you have your PDF application with you, it's going to open it. That is Adobe Reader. So it's going to open it conveniently for you, or PDF Reader, whatever. So, but as you can see, this is the document now. Okay, so it's PDF. Can you see test.pdf? So that's the way it works. So I'm going to minimize this and go back to my desktop to see. As you can see now, look at the document. Sorry, I have Acrobat Reader on this system, but I think I selected Microsoft Edge as the default application for opening my PDF files. So if I want to open it with the Acrobat Reader, I'm going to right click on it and I'll go to open with. So I'll use Adobe Acrobat Reader. So, and it's going to launch it for me. So I'm going to wait for it to open it. As you can see, this is it now. So that's that. So I'm going to close this. So I'm going to go back to the document. Now the last one I want to show you here now is that when you add more words, let's say I want to create another paragraph, I want to continue. I've just struck my enter key, so you can strike it and go to the next paragraph. So let's just add some words here. Don't dream when you are sleeping. So let's assume that this is what we've added. Now, if I close this document now, it's going to ask me a question. Look at it. It's asking me, want to save your changes to test? That is, I have made a change to this document now. But it's asking me before you close this application, do you want to save it or you don't want to save it? So if I say I don't want to save it, the last thing I typed without saving would not be saved. So it means I won't be able to retrieve that when next I open the document. But if I say save, it's going to add it to it before closing the application. All right. So now, how do I'm going to cancel it. So it tells me that anytime you work, you need to still save your work from time to time. Okay. Especially if you're using a desktop system that doesn't have a backup. I mean, power backup. So once they take the light, everything goes if you don't save it. So you need to understand that. Though there's something we call auto recovery that can recover some of the things you type, depending on the number of minutes that has been configured for your Microsoft application, Microsoft Word application. So, but even at that, sometimes you tend to lose it if you don't manage it correctly. So, and it won't even capture everything sometimes, depending on the number of minutes that you put there for the Microsoft Word application to save the document for you. So, but right now I've just added something to it, and if I want to save it, all I need to do is to go ahead to File, Menu, and click Save. So it will add what I've just typed to it. But now that will now take me to the shortcuts you can use, because while typing, do you have to now go to File every time to click Save? You don't have to. Now, how do you do that without having to go to File menu every time? Now, the first thing you could do is to come to this Quick Access toolbar. Don't forget, I taught you that earlier. So look at your your Save button here. Can you see your Save icon? So you can save with this right away. So if I click this, it will save my work instead of coming to File. Another thing you can do is to hold the Control key on your keyboard and strike key S. So Control S means save. Control key plus S key on your keyboard will save your work. So every time you add something to your document, you use that to save the work. So that's the way to make changes to your document, to save the changes you've made to your document, sorry. So I'm sure that now you can save your work at any point in time to different locations. You can save with different formats now, and you can save the changes you've made to your document at any time you want to do that. So what I want to encourage you to do is to try this on your own and get better at it. So I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you.